Hello, welcome back to Steve's Corner. World Series, Yankees versus Dodgers. I was going to talk about this Friday, but I got tied up, man, and for some reason YouTube was giving me trouble uploading the video. I actually made one, but I trashed it. But I was talking to the boy last Friday before the game come on, and he said that, I was telling him I expected the Dodgers to win it. I'm looking for the Dodgers to win it, in 6 games. The Yankees got a good ball club, man, but I think they were lucky to get by Cleveland. I want to be honest with you. They were fortunate to have some real timely hits to pull that series out, I believe. Now, I didn't get to watch all the games, man. I have a hard time staying awake for the whole game. For the playoffs, I didn't make it past the 8th inning on any of them. I was well, what I'll do is I'll go back here and lay down in the bedroom and watch them. And I didn't make it through the end of any of them. But as far as the World Series games, man, I didn't. I think the last one, the game 2, I made it to the 4th inning, and then I was asleep. But I think the Dodgers are a little bit more consistently consistent. You know what I mean? Consistently good. I mean, they both got good ball clubs, man. You don't make it to the World Series and not be able to win it. And the Yankees, for some reason, man, it seems like they got a lock on them daggone playoff games and things, the postseason. They're good when it comes that time. So you can't never count them out. But I don't know. I was actually hoping the Mets would win, to be honest with you. I like the Mets. I like the Dodgers too. I always have, way back. But I wanted the Mets to win that playoff game. I didn't know that bull on the Yankees was so big. That guy's huge, man. Justice. Ain't that his name? Aaron Justice? Yeah. He's I think that's his name. I don't know. But they gave his stats on the daggone TV the other night. He was for that first World Series game. They said he was 6'7", 285 pounds. Doesn't look like there's an ounce of fat on that guy either, man. I mean, he's huge. I had no idea he was that big. Ain't no wonder that ball goes way out yonder when he hits it. Mercy sakes. I don't know, man. That was a heck of a. That was unbelievable, man. But the Yankees got quite a few good-sized fellows on there, man. I mean, it's almost like a football team playing daggone baseball. Unreal. But anyways, man, I'm gonna try to catch the next one. I don't know if it's tonight or not. Last night they had off. They should be playing again tonight. So I'm gonna try and catch that game. And so I might take a nap later so I can stay up for the whole game. But about 2 weeks ago, man, I went down to the crater over in Petersburg, and I made a video about the Battle of the Crater. Took a lot of video, a lot of pictures. It was it's a big place, man, big place. And it took me about half a day to get through all. And I've been before, man. I enjoy going down there. It seems like I see something new every time I go. And I don't know how well known of a battle in the Civil War it was, but around here it's real well known because it happened just 15 minutes down the road. And schools learn about it. Kids in school learn about it around here, and they go down to visit. They could take them a field trip down there. But it was just a small 10-hour battle, Doc. It was. I'm gonna try to put them videos out on. I put one out Friday, and put the part 2 out. I made 2 videos out of it. I probably could have made a dozen, but probably put the other one out the following week. But it was just a small 10-hour battle, man. It happened at the beginning of the siege of Petersburg. Yeah, where they blew it up on the 30th of July. What it was is Grant was under a lot of pressure, man, coming down from the top, you know. He was under pressure to capture Richmond and end the war because it had been such a bloody and deadly war, man. It was, not to mention the damage it was doing to the country. But he couldn't do it because Richmond was so well defended and supplied. And what it was is Petersburg at that time was a railroad hub, and it had 5 railroads in it. And it was Richmond's only 20 miles, so they were able to keep it well supplied with men and supplies. So Grant figured he'd capture Petersburg, and that would mean Richmond would fall and the war would be over. And that's essentially what happened. But it took them over 9 months to capture Petersburg. But Richmond fell, and a week later, the daggone Lee surrendered over at Appomattox. But and it was just a plan on an offhand comment by a regular soldier, and it somehow got passed up the chain of command, and they were in such desperate need to break through the Confederate lines and end the stalemate and capture Petersburg that they went with it. Nobody thought it was going to work. They even said there's no way they could build a tunnel that far without being found out. But I think it was the 48th Pennsylvanians. They were all ex-miners. They dug a 500-foot tunnel from the Union lines to under the Confederate lines in less than a month. And they planted 4 tons of explosives under it. And early in the morning on July 30th, they blew it up. And ended up, I mean, it worked just like a dream, but it ended up being a total disaster. I think there was 5,500 men killed in that battle, 10-hour battle, or 5,500 casualties, excuse me. And once the Confederates realized what had happened and got over the initial shock of the blast, I mean, they just stood at the top of the crater and it's like shooting fish in a barrel, man. It was a total massacre, total slaughter. And eventually it ended up being hand-to-hand combat down in the crater where no side gave quarter to anybody. How's that? It was just a total slaughter and massacre. Grant himself said it was the saddest sight he'd ever seen in war, I think. That's what it was. But that's just a little background leading up to it. Y'all feel free to pause it and read any signs I'm at, or back it up and re-listen or whatever. So they got a lot of signs. I just scanned over them real slow. It was right crowded that day. They had some tour groups coming through, and some signs had automatic voiceovers. I pushed a button on some of those. So, but there's a lot of stuff there. But anyways, man, y'all take care of yourself. Let's pull for the Dodgers. Yankees got enough pennants, dadgummit. And we'll talk to y'all later.